The chip shortage is real, guys. It is a real deal, and it's causing issues with my 308.
My 308?
No, my 308, and there's some updates. Let's get started. So there's a lot of parts and things that I've purchased for this car from Nick Forbes' Ferrari. He's been very helpful. I really enjoy doing business with him. If you guys are looking for 308 parts or other Ferrari parts, you ought to check him out. But I told him I have a different route that I want to take with this car. We'll show you here in a minute, but it's going to be full fuel injection. No more carburetors. We'll show you that too. But I got a hold of Nick. I emailed him. I said, I got the cash. I'm ready to buy a fuel injection system. Let's get it going. He emailed me back and said, no, bro, you ain't getting one. I was like, what? He said, there's a chip shortage, and it doesn't matter what model you pick from Electromotive, there are none. Zero. There are none to buy. I was like, what? I said, isn't that my luck? I get to the point where I'm going to make a jump, I got the money to buy it, and I can't even buy it. We've been experiencing that a lot in the shop with multiple different vehicles, chip shortage things. It just, I guess that's the way life is right now. You can't buy a new car because of the chip shortage. You can't get electronic components because of the chip shortage. And apparently, you can't get good cams and lifters no matter what brand you buy. Is what you guys have been saying in the comments. That's sad. I don't do a whole lot of engine building. You guys know we don't do that here. To find out that that's a common problem all across the board of the entire country, all makes, all brands. What is going on? That's really crazy. But there is some good news. Lowen Upholstery here in Newton has hooked me up again. Let's take a look at the interior, guys. Does it smell like new leather in here, Mrs. Wizard?
It smells divine in my car.
It smells lovely. Very expensive leather Lowen used on these new seats. Take a look, guys. This looks as good or almost better than new. I bought these seats on eBay for $800 a piece. They were pretty ratty. They needed a lot of work, foam work, leather work. And once they arrived, I had Lowen Upholstery come pick them up. It took him a little while, and I expected it to take a while because this is not something you do in 30 minutes. And when I got them back, I was very, very impressed. A perfect pair of these seats on eBay that are flawless can go for $2 grand each. So I'm all in, $2,500 for the pair, and they look brand new. Not bad at all. There is some work being done over here for the headlights. We're doing some wiring, and we had to actually run a new relay. You can see it here because it actually fully melted the relay socket there. I don't want to rip my whole board apart and replace it with all new. So we're going to wire in a relay with its own separate connections, and it'll be out of the way. We'll get that tidied up, put back together. This cover will go back on, and then the dash is done. And there we have a dual stereo. You guys know that this was customized before, long before I ever had this car, and there's a large wiring harness right here that runs right behind the radio. And rather than rewire and rip the whole car apart, I had to find a radio that had very shallow depth. The shallowest one I could find is the dual. I know it's not a very good brand, but it works, and it works very well. It turned out very nice. The center console is back together. All the little switches work. These little levers work. I had to buy new face plates and new chrome pieces to get those replaced, and those were like $130 each. Not $130 for the set, guys. $130, $130, $130, $130. Ferrari pricing. I had Lowen Upholstery redo this plate. If you remember, there was holes all in it. And now it is nice and smooth. So that looks a lot better. Here's my blower motor, all the different things there. So everything lined up nicely. My upholstery guy always comes through. He has done very good work for me. Again, he did the headliner there. It turned out very nice. Let's go take a look at the parts cart that's sitting behind me. So here we have a cart full of Ferrari parts. 4 of the parts being the carburetors, the DCNF Weber carburetors that originally came with this car. And I'll pick one up and show them to you. There are 4 of these on this car. Each one does 2 cylinders, as you can see. 4 carburetors doing 8 cylinders. And these work good in their day, and they sound amazing when they're working really well. But from what I read online is you can get these things dialed in perfect. And if the weather changes, the temperature changes, the elevation changes, you have to go through and do all of that rigmarole all over again. And even when you do get it perfect, every few months you might have to keep finagling with it. I really don't want to do that. I want to enjoy the car, but still have the induction noise that's known for the carbureted 308 GTB.
So, Car Wizard, what's Ron going to be doing in the Ferrari?
Ron Gone Wrong is my emotional support animal.
You mean the toy from my Happy Meal?
Yes. He has helped me all through the project of this 308. Every time I get stressed, I look at him and I smile. He stays with the car. This is the old fuel pump for the carbureted system. I will not be using that, obviously, for the fuel injection system. This is one of the old distributor housings, or distributor. Those will also go away. They've already gone away. You guys know that already, but we won't be using those. Here's the AC compressor bracket. And finally, here's the AC compressor. Both of these were given to me by StanceWorks. You guys watch StanceWorks channel. It's a very awesome channel. If you don't, you should check it out. But thank you to StanceWorks for these 2 parts. Very, very appreciative. This car did not have AC the entire time Car Trek was filmed with this car. And Freddie sweated. If you guys watch those episodes, you will see him sweating profusely. And that's also why I changed the seats out, because they were heavily sweated in by film crew, Freddie, a whole bunch of people. It was smelling pretty rank in there. So, not anymore. It smells like a Gucci leather handbag. So let's take a look in the engine bay at the changes that have been made and the changes that are going to be made. But the first thing I'm going to show you, just like I mentioned, I cannot get a hold of a fuel injection control, or ECM as they call it. There are none to be had. So luckily, I went on eBay and I found the Electromotive Tech 3R still in the box for 800 bucks. So it is new in the box, never used. It's kind of like a new old stock situation. Some speed shop somewhere just wants to clear their shelves out, and I will happily help them clear their shelves out because I don't have any other choice. I emailed that to Nick from Nick Force's Ferrari and asked him, will this work? He said, absolutely it will work. It'll work perfectly. He said, I even have a harness that'll work for it and everything. That's the ticket right there. And I said, is 800 bucks a good deal? He says, they're double that new. Absolutely, it's a good deal. So it's already been bought and it's on its way. So many of you who watch the channel know that this is Daniel's son. He's been having fun all day on the Viper behind you, working on the Diablo, a whole bunch of other things. And you guys have watched Hoovie's Garage. You've seen he just bought a 458. And you're excited about that, aren't you?
I'm very excited about the 458.
Yeah, that's making him smile all week long. But you used to do this kind of work. You did tuning and custom work and stuff like that, huh?
Yes, back at one of the shops that I used to work at, it was a lot of performance and a lot of custom builds for customers and stuff like that. It was pretty fun, and I definitely learned a lot from that.
I don't do a whole lot of that myself. I'm a car wizard when it comes to a stock car. Something's wrong. No one else can figure out what's wrong. I usually can figure out what's wrong. But I haven't really gotten deep into tuning or changing things or custom fuel injection setups or anything like that. But ever since I have had Danielson on board, I feel comfortable I can purchase this kit and he can help me install it and give me the tips and how things are supposed to go. So let me show you guys what this is going to look like. Here we have 4 ITBs made by TWM or Borla. Actually, Borla makes these. I think I bought these from a company called Top End Performance. But you can see they have their own fuel rails and they take their own little fuel injectors just like a normal fuel injection vehicle. I'll have to connect all the fuel lines and everything and get everything connected just right. So this is going to be a lot better than carbureted. Do you think so?
Oh, definitely. You have pretty much individual throttle bodies, even though they're kind of like packed together into twos. But the throttle response is going to be very good. Obviously, having an advanced injection system on it, it's going to help a lot too. So you get that induction noise plus that instant throttle response that is definitely going to make you feel pretty good driving down the road.
I'm still thinking about it, guys, about buying the original air cleaner. They say it bolts directly to these ITBs, just like the stock. I don't want to really spend the money, but the car itself may be worth it. And that'll be something I do here a little while down the road. But let me show you what these look like. As you can see, one of them has a throttle position sensor that the ECU will use. So as you give it throttle, it can sense what's going on. There will be linkages connecting all four of these together, just like the carburetors were. And you can take this little baby fuel rail off with these two Allen bolts. And I have Bosch 26-pound 4-hole injectors that will go nice and neatly into here. That'll take care of my fuel delivery issues without having to worry about carburation. For the actual fuel pump, you saw just a minute ago, I'm going to do away with the carbureted fuel pump. This is actually just your standard Bosch fuel pump. These are capable of more than enough flow for this system and more than enough PSI. They use these on Porsches, they use these on Mercedes, they use these on multiple different high-power vehicles over the years. I'm pretty sure it can handle this one as well. One of the key things about this that I really want to go with this is because they said it is quiet. And a fuel filter, of course. Many of the projects you've worked on, they have like Mallory fuel pumps or Holley. They're really loud, huh?
Yes, definitely.
One of the things I don't want when I turn on the key to this 308 is a loud fuel pump going on forever. To me, that will completely ruin the experience of this Ferrari. I'm sure a lot of people say, oh, to go with a Mallory, you should go with this, you should go with that. This is it right here, nice and quiet. It's quiet on a Mercedes, a Porsche, a BMW, and it'll be quiet on this as well. So we have the old Electromotive XDI that just does the ignition only, and there's the harness and relays and things for that. Nick from Nick Forza's tells me he would like to have that back if I'm not going to use it. It will not be necessary to have this when I install, actually when Danielson installs the Tech 3R system. It does all of that and the fuel injection. So this stuff will go away. This will also be redone to look a lot better. These are the ignition coil packs that were used on the XDI system, and Nick tells me those will also be used with the Tech 3R system. It's the same setup. Danielson, that looks like just, what are they, standard General Motors coils or something? Or
No, they look pretty simple. Just something for custom builds. You can pick them up at performance shops.
yeah, I've seen these exact coils on like Buicks and LeSabres and things like that. It looks like a GM style to me. These connectors look GM as well. But either way, I'll still be using those, and we'll be using that crank sensor and tone ring that's already installed. That is the same setup that is used for the Tech 3R, the Tech GT, and also the XDI. It's all the same. So are you kind of excited to get everything wired up and get it going?
Oh, definitely. Back in the day at Ferrari, I had a couple of these come through the shop that they were carbureted, and honestly, it left a little bit to be desired. So now that I've always wanted something like this to do ITBs on it, kind of push the 308 a little bit more. I'm definitely excited to finish this project.
From what I've read, also Danielson is just installing this system is 20 more horsepower.
Oh man, it can definitely use it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to use it. I don't know what they are stock. It's like 240 or something, 230. If we can get it to 250, 260, I'd be happy. Yeah. That'd be great.
Especially with the combination of the throttle response.
Yeah, we have more crisp throttle response. It'll have the induction sound like a carburetor still, but it won't be carbureted. I can take this thing up in the mountains. I can take it down to low elevation. High temperature, low temperature, won't matter. It will be able to adapt and do everything that I want it to do. We will have to add an oxygen sensor as well. Pretty simple system, and it won't be very difficult to get everything hooked up. I'm very excited. Danielson actually had the carburetors pretty close, pretty dialed in, pretty good, but I started thinking about it, and it's like, I don't want to do this all the time, constantly turning screws and messing with stuff. I want to get it set up and then be done. Just forget about it. This will be the way to do that and enjoy the car. I do have a switch ordered for the radiator to run the fans. the one that's on here is bad. And if you saw on Car Trek, they actually wired or cobbled together some switches to make the fans work, when all it was all along was the radiator fan switch. So that is on order. We'll get that taken care of. We are making headway with this car. The Tech 3R and also the wiring harness, everything from Nick Force's Ferrari is on its way as we speak, and then Danielson can dive in. So he's got this, a 458, a Diablo, a Viper. He's getting his money's worth here. He came here to want to work on this type of stuff, and he's definitely getting his share of it, huh?
Definitely. Definitely.
So glad to be able to cater to him on that.
Wizard, stop looking up her skirt.
What's wrong with that? It's not a person.
That's true, I guess. Stop peeking.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just really excited to drive my car.
Right.
I think once you drive it a few times, you will probably be like, this thing drives like an old race car. I don't want to drive this.
I feel that it's going to be too low to the ground for somebody, and he doesn't like a stick shift.
I might be willing to put up with it, though, because it's a Ferrari.
I don't know. We'll see.
The interior is looking great. It even smells great now. It didn't smell great when it showed up, and it definitely didn't look great. You guys remember the custom switches and all the weird stuff going on. Now it's starting to look like a 308. And I know it's not perfectly stock like it left the factory 308, but it's presentable and drivable. That's all I care about it. I definitely didn't want the old stuff that was in there. So, the interior's coming to a close. We're wrapping up on the engine. We're just going to convert it to fuel injection, and it'll make it run that much better. We have some CV boots and a few services and things like that, and then this thing will be ready to rock. I really want to drive my car this summer, Mrs. Wizard.
Uh-huh.
So if you're curious what kind of tools Danielson's going to use to install this system for me, check my Amazon affiliates link in the description below. We get a small cut, and we really appreciate it. And make sure to hit the subscribe button because there's more 308 videos to come. There's all kinds of cool videos to come. Thanks for watching.